Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, September 11th.
Good morning! Yeah, September 11th.
Thank you to our first responders and
Just a day of remembrance. Yeah, I think we all will forever remember where we were and what we were doing on September 11th. So,
yes, we will. So, what do we have to talk about today? We have to do the giveaway today. I told them we would do the giveaway.
I have a giveaway right here.
What is the giveaway?
So, Minky Kim, I love Minky Kim. I wish we just had time to do everything. I was thinking about how, Vile Toadstools, how I'm just waiting for, I'm waiting for, Design Center to be perfect, and it's still not quite there yet. As soon as it is, that's when we will do Vile Toadstools. I don't know if it's going to be this fall. I don't know if it's going to be this spring. But I was looking at my fabric because I brought mine home, and I was like, well, maybe I'll do the piecing. Because I love piecing. I don't do a lot of it, but I really, really enjoy it. I'm like a lot of you. There's some of you that absolutely love the finishing process, the layering, the quilting, the binding. That's not me, but I could make my quilt tops and piece all day, every day. I think I need to teach Patrick how to do that part.
No.
And then we could be like, there's lots of couples like that, where the wife does the piecing and the husband does the quilting.
No.
We could do that.
No.
You know what? It wouldn't be pretty if Patrick did that anyways. He doesn't have patience for that kind of stuff.
It's not
Right,
a lack
babe?
of patience. I just have other things I'd rather do.
But that's like the perfect couple, right? A couple that wants to.
No, I think we're the perfect couple. We go. No, I'm not saying those aren't the
Patrick.
perfect couples, but I'm just
Patrick, that
saying.
was really sweet. That's really sweet. So, this is going to be.
Yeah, I think
for-
they've seen all of that.
Did you show it off?
No, but like while I was setting up the giveaway, they were watching what we were doing here.
I wasn't holding them up. So there are there was one more over here that I wanted to put in this giveaway. This is a good one, especially for you bag makers. There's one more. Where is it? One more. I have one more.
Yeah, I the thing with us is I have a very defined set of interests, and Jeannie has a very defined set of interests. And a quick way to make me mad would be to make me not do my set of interests.
You know what's funny? Is that I was telling Patrick and I were, when we first started dating, and we kind of dated and got married really fast, and we were kind of in party mode. So,
That was our joint interests.
at that time. That was our joint interest at that time. So,
Whatever felt good, whenever it felt good, all the time. At one point, there was a conversation. I was like, well, when life gets normal, what if we don't like each other?
yeah, well, it was, yeah. We're like, we had that conversation too. We're like, are we going to like each other when we're not partying? And turns out we still did. But my whole point is, I knew Patrick was athletic. I didn't quite know how athletic. Like, I knew he was like an elite athlete because, he'd ridden for the national cycling team?
No, I was never on the national cycling
Not the
team.
national
I don't know
cycling team.
Where that came from.
What were you on? You trained at the.
Well, like, yeah, I trained at a national level and raced at a national level.
Well, so
but,
I knew he was.
Don't be making claims that.
Well, I thought like. Anyways.
She has no idea. She just knew I rode a lot of bikes.
I knew he was athletic, and I knew he liked to ski. I didn't know how much he liked to ski. I knew he liked to rock climb. I didn't know, because we didn't do any of that while we first started dating.
Oh my God, we moved to Vegas, and all I did was.
Well, we didn't do like, but you didn't have a bike. You weren't skiing then.
Well, we went from working all the time in a city to.
So, but the whole point
establishing our
is,
lifestyle.
I hadn't seen that side of him. Well, I don't think you knew at all that I liked to
I knew
make
you knit.
stuff. Okay, so
I knew you knit. That was it.
Yes. So, but I just think it's funny.
You didn't start like sewing and stuff for years. Like you didn't like we
I didn't
moved
start
to
sewing
Reno.
again
We bought a house
until
like,
we had
all
kids.
that stuff.
When we had kids.
And then you started that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea.
He didn't know that I was.
You knew what my buttons were, but I had no idea what your buttons were.
It's like you didn't know that was like that was like such a big part of me. So anyways, and you go through, I was emailing with somebody who said she's lost her sojo. Like I hadn't heard from her in a while, and she said that she'd lost her sojo. And that's okay to lose your, we all have so many different interests. So, and sometimes it circles back around. Like, for me, when I graduated from, I always tell people this story, when I graduated from college, I went straight to a music store and I sold my 2 violins. I had 2 violins. I never told my parents. And I was never very good, so it's okay. And then I went straight
That's
to...
so Asian.
It's so Asian. It is so Asian. And then I went straight to a sewing store, and I bought 2 used machines. I bought a Singer Featherweight, because Sage had one, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then I bought a Singer Touchtronic, which I never used. It just sat in the closet. And I bought them both used. They're both used machines. And
back when Singer was the thing.
Back when Singer was a thing. I remember it was like an old shop in like Boston somewhere. Probably in the suburbs somewhere. And back before Craigslist or anything like that. Right? It was like right when I graduated from college.
Well, I think Craigslist was starting to happen.
Yes,
in the 90s.
It happened. That was like 1992, 1993.
Yeah.
And then I made my first quilt. I bought a book. I went to there was a fabric store in Framingham. I think it was in Framingham, Massachusetts.
Framingham or Farmingham?
Framingham.
Framingham.
And it had all like just walls of fabric, and I bought all this calico fabric and a book, and I hand cut all my pieces. I didn't know anything about a rotary cutter, or I hand cut all my pieces. I didn't have a 1/4 inch foot or anything, and then I didn't know about layering. So I made the quilt top, and then I went to like Goodwill and I bought an old sheet and I made it into a duvet cover. I just like sewed it on 3 edges and put buttonholes on the other side, and I did 2 of them. And to this day, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where they are. Just lost them.
And probably in a box in your
dad's
basement at some point.
Maybe it made it home. But that was like, that was when I graduated from college, and I sewed a little bit, and then I didn't sew until we had kids, right? So
I feel like that with climbing. Like, actually, it's funny. Steve and I have never talked about my hiatus from riding. And I always tell people the first time I quit riding, it was like giving up heroin.
How do you know what giving up heroin would be like?
I mean, I imagine it's like that, where I was like, I kept falling back into it, and then all of a sudden I'd be like super deep into it, and like starting to train and getting crazy again, and then I'd be like, I can't do this. It took 16 years for me to have a healthy relationship with cycling.
Wow.
And I like Steve and I. So, but this guy that I went to Canada with, he and I have known each other since preschool. Like we've known each other since we were 3 or 4 years old. We've been super close since we were in our early teens. We raced for years together. So traveled and lived and trained together, spent like every holiday together. And we have never once talked about, he never stopped riding, and when I stopped riding, it was a very unhealthy thing for me at that point. Like I just was good for me to not ride, and it was like he and I had a break from our relationship during that period of time, and it was like no animosity, like we just weren't hanging out. And then he brought it up when we were in Canada and we were talking about it. So it was interesting. He was like, man, when you stopped riding, you stopped riding. But it was like I had to stop riding.
Yeah, so sometimes you just, and just come back to it when you're ready. And you, like, some of you want your mojo back. So I feel like your sojo. Just finding a good project, which I think is going to be great. If you were watching Quilt Talk yesterday, the ladies were talking about colors and choosing fabrics and how to do that. Their next Quilt Talk, which we'll put up on the calendar, I think it's going to be October 8th or 9th? 8th. Was it 8th? They're going to be talking about patterns. And sometimes it's just finding the right pattern where you're like, oh my God. Sometimes there's patterns that come across that I'm like, I gotta make that. So, yeah, let the universe guide you. And I feel like a lot of us are makers. I always say makers gotta make. I'm fidgeting. Makers gotta make, right? And, like I'm either like in my natural state, which is no movement. My spirit animal is a rock, or I would say I'm like a rock on the top of the hill. Like you got to push me down, and then I row, make,
Until she crashes into
until
something.
my rock goes up on the top of the hill again, and then I'm sitting there.
No, I think it hits another immovable object, and you crash and break into a million pieces, and then you come back, and it takes a couple of days for you to.
I do have to, like, I've been sewing a lot, and then I do need to recover sometimes. But that's when I go back on the top of the hill, and then I just sit there like a rock. It makes me think of...
You broke. And then you're like, I can't do it. Jeannie's a workaholic.
I am a workaholic.
And then she falls apart.
Last
night... You gotta kind of put her back together a little bit. And then she starts working again.
Yeah, last night I was trying to assign OESD designs. So I was going through September. I didn't do all of September, but I was going through all our in-store and online purchases. And you're really supposed to, is this it? You're really supposed to do one purchase that's $59 in the month of September. But, you know, I was like, okay, they did $6 here. They have $53.
This is not how it's gonna work later. This is not okay.
I have a spreadsheet.
Yeah, this is not okay. This doesn't scale. When there were like 12 of you, it was fine. When there are like a couple hundred of you, yeah, it's got to be a $59 purchase.
Don't forget, though, because this is the September design. And if you are a spree member, this is included in your spree. So you're going to get this automatically. So don't worry about hitting that $59. But are these so cute? And when am I going to fit in? I got to make them. I got them with a little window in there, and then there's little holes in here. So you pull the drawstring, because I'm all about reusable bags. Like I said, we do them at Christmas time, and then it also has the tags. So Cute.
So everybody's saying that right now the Enchanted Winter background quilting bundle is 30% off.
Get it.
So get it, but please use our affiliate link.
Please.
And so you'll find that on our affiliates page. That always just helps us out a little bit. Like,
yeah,
is that
30%
Kimberbell?
off. Yeah, Kimberbell, get it
Like
now. So
our
go to
little
our affiliate
2%?
link. We totally appreciate it because we know it's extra time for you. And whenever we see it, we
just
know that
helps.
you're doing that to help us. And so we appreciate it and we try to do things for you. So
And then Rebecca had asked if you had ever, this goes back a ways. She was asking if you finished.
just that word hurts my ears. No. Let's just say no. If you haven't seen
The
it.
wildflower blocks.
What are the wildflower blocks? I don't know what that is. I need more information, please. So here is Enchanted Winter. They, I think I will be getting it either. So I always explain this to you, but the embellishment kits and the designs come from Kimberbell. The fabric kits come from E.E. Shank. Hopefully I'll get them together. I'm hoping I will get them tomorrow, but most likely it'll be next week. I have, if you have current orders, recent orders, I have everything pulled aside. I have boxes in the back that are waiting for Comfort and Joy because those were shipped to me too. Comfort and Joy and Enchanted Winter. So there's a lot of moving pieces in addition to for other orders, which I think we'll have next week. So if I can group it all and send everything all together, that would be ideal. But I'm at least going to try and group your Enchanted Winter. I put up our first, it's not on, I'm going to have Graydon do that. But this is Enchanted Winter. It's going to be adorable. It's going to be a sew-along.
Kimberbell, the mystery quilt is
Oh!
what she was asking.
Did I send that link to you guys? I think I wrote it and then I didn't send it. So I don't even know if we can show you. We're almost done cutting. So, well, let me talk about this first. So I have put up on our calendar, this weekend I will put everything up on our store calendar, but this is Enchanted Winter. I love it because, like, the colors. And I was watching Kimberbell's Marketing Minute, which is for the retailer, and they were saying it looks even better in person, which I find is usually the case. So it is so cute here. Wait till you see it all blinged up. I'm going to start the prep is going to be, I put it on the calendar, I think it's September 29th. It's the last Monday in the month. Michelle is doing her Software 101 class, so I'm going to be after that. So she's got Software 101 from 9 to 11, and I'll be doing the sew-along, whether it'll be 4 weeks or 5 weeks. I'll be doing the sew-along on Mondays after her from noon to 3 o'clock. So get your kit so you can sew along with us. If you didn't pre-order, you can still order now. We appreciate your support. We work really hard to provide content, provide spreadsheets, and so we really appreciate it when you get your product from us. So and so, you know, if you get it from us, that really helps us out. And I'm going to be providing that content regardless. So, because I'm doing it and I'm going to do it with you. We're going to be stitching out together. So, instead of paying for classes, get your product from us. We really, really appreciate it. So that's going to be, we'll put that on the calendar, and you don't have to sign up for it. I will be posting the spreadsheets, the sew-alongs. Everything's going to be on our sew-along tab, so you don't have to reach out to me. I'm going to work on the spreadsheet this weekend. And, you know, I always tell people it's a living document, and it changes as we go, because sometimes I'll be like, because I'm just sitting down, I'll sit down and put everything together, and then as we go, I'll be like, oh, I have to change that, or we do this differently, or maybe I did this hoop instead. But that's going to be starting. Are you reading?
Hey, I am. Can we do the giveaway just because you seem like you have a lot to talk about, and if we run past 10, I may boogie if it gets busy.
Giveaway is going to be new Minky Kim patterns. Some of them are new, and They just came out. Some of them have been around for a little while. This is going to be for our sewists. And, well, yeah, it's for our sewists. But here is, we're going to do 2 giveaways. One is going to be for these 3 patterns. Is that just so cute? I think Michelle is going to be stitching this one. So this is going to be a sew along. And maybe we can get her to do another one of these. So this one is called the all over project bag. You could just do 2 different fabrics, inside and outside, or you could do patchwork. This one is called the Flying Geese Belt Bag. So sweet. And then this one is called the Flatmates Pouch Trio. And I have a lot of some of these and not a lot of some of these, but if you love them and you don't win them, you could get them on the site. This is the...
So wait, we're doing 2 giveaways?
We're doing 2 giveaways. Some person's going to win that. Person's going to win this. This is the crisscross pouch set.
And if you're not a bag maker, it's time to become one.
Oh my God, how cute is this? The Quilter Big Bag Trio. Just some inspiration. And then, the Daily Essential Pouch. How cute. Are these just adorable? Minky Kim, we love you. We love you, we love you, we love you. And so we're going to do 2 giveaways. Did you have a question?
There was a question last week.
Was I here?
I think you were here. I think it was your question. Wasn't it about stabilizer? Where are you getting your stabilizer and what kind of stabilizer?
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I haven't even looked at the answers. I will look after this because I don't like Kimberbell's. They're paring down their stabilizer. They're going to be discontinuing some of their stabilizer. I really, like, we did talk about this. I go through stabilizer and I buy according to width of fabric. Width of stabilizer and the hoop I'm going to be using. And I use a ton of muslin, which I always tell people it's not a stabilizer, it's a base that you can embroider upon.
And then
Michelle's website is My Fabric Crush. Her Etsy store.
Okay. So let's do winner number 1.
You have to answer the question. Kimberbell, OEST.
Cindy West.
What's SMP? Superior? What's SMP?
I really like...
Oh, the pre-cuts. The pre-cuts. Miss Cindy West, you're going to win this little pack. And I'm going to take it.
Make a
and
note
no, I'm just going to go. She's got a bag of fun. I'm going to put it in your bag of fun.
And then winner number 2.
Which must answer the question. I would use just about everything. Love Floriani, but a few years I realized that, yes, congratulations. And Miss Karen Roselli is a local gal, so it's always nice to see some of our local customers on there. I have 2 of these left. If you are a Tilda girl, this is Mary.
Sewing Machines Plus.
Oh, this is Merry Little Christmas, and I have 2 of these fat quarter bundles. You got to see what they made with them. They are so beautiful. So I only have 2 of those left. I just got a couple. I was ordering them for myself and somebody else, and I was like, oh, let me order a couple of those. Other product, we started a new tab, and it's called New Products. So when we get new exciting product into the store, that's going to be there. These are up. So these are up, but I'm waiting for this thread. So it's called Limelight. So if you ordered the thread kit, your package is going to wait until next week. I'm hoping I get it all next week. I'm waiting for this, and I'm actually waiting for Violet and Mulberry, but those will definitely be here next week. I'm still OESD. I had a conversation with my rep yesterday, and it was very informative. They said over the weekend they had 1,500 orders, and I don't know if that's from retailers or it's retailers and customers, and I think they're having a little bit of a trouble keeping up. So that's the delay. They also told me any of my orders that had thread kits, there's a delay putting together the thread kits, and that's holding back my whole order. So We've discussed how I need to split my orders, thread kits separate because it holds back everything, and that all of my orders have been released because that's first it needs to be come into the system, then it needs to be released, and then it needs to be picked. So they said all of my orders have been released, but I'm still waiting for stuff from August. I sent him a note saying, well, from the date it's released to it's being picked, what can I expect? So we are still waiting on some thread that has been ordered back in August in the very beginning of September. So just be patient. A lot of these projects are fall projects. We're just heading into fall, but I'm just waiting for that stuff. This is up. So these are the fabric marker kits. This is what you'll be making. The sew along is up for, actually, I don't know if it's on the calendar. Graydon will be here this weekend. We'll have her put up all the sew alongs. This is going to be October 15th. So you do have some time. And there is a peach colorway and there is a mint green colorway. Those are up and available for purchase. I am waiting for this. I'm waiting for thread. Thread! Expect stuff to ship hopefully next week. This is up. I know, believe it or not. I'm waiting for thread. If you guys are okay with thread substitutions though, let me know too. This one is toast from Isacord. I'm thinking maybe we'll do pumpkin seed from Glide because Glide's been a lot easier for me to get. So, this is up. What else, Patrick?
We remain about 2 weeks out on sewing service. I actually think we're moving a little faster than that. Like there's some stuff that I would prefer to have in front of Dax and no updates from Dax.
Yeah, we're a little worried.
So I think Dax has been very ill, unfortunately. That went right in my mouth.
Was it yummy?
Oh.
A little Americana for breakfast?
That's right.
This is what I wanted to do this morning. I wanted to keep doing this. I didn't take this pillow home.
I slept so hard last night.
I slept pretty hard last night too.
It's
I've
'cause
been
it was
sleeping
cold.
so hard.
Somebody was like, I'm not ready for it to not be summer.
I love it.
Rocktober is like my favorite month, and that's because it's like warm enough to keep doing stuff, but cold enough to be chilly. I love that. I totally love that.
Oh, I have not been looking at the chat. Mystery quilt. Yes, we will. The current 2025 is going to run through December. So I know October is another block. And then I think November and December might be borders. I have no idea, but isn't that going to be nice that we're stitching it together and it's going to get done? And it's not going to be a UFO. You're going to have an amazing quilt done.
We had like the hardest soaking rain that we've had in quite some time. I mean, we had like a 2-inch rain event that like flooded downtown Reno, and I think even made like national news in the middle of the summer. But like it rained steady at our house last night for a couple hours. Jeannie said it was foggy.
Yeah,
when
and
she drove home.
I drove home, and it was like nothing, but there was a little bit of fog because we don't get tons of rain here, and there was a little bit of fog, and it's not moist here like it is back east, and I was like, oh, fog. I haven't seen fog, and I forgot there's even fog. I just remember, and as I was driving through it, I was like, oh my God, I remember driving through like pea soup back east and being like scared because I couldn't see. So, fog lights, we don't have fog here in Reno. It is very, very rare. So
I got out last night and I was like sitting outside after the sauna, and it was just like low hanging mist. It's kind of cool.
Susan I do not have hardware for Minky Kim patterns. I should get it, huh? Because I wasn't even thinking about it. So these patterns, I'm ordering more of them today because I've had them in the store and we sold some of them. So I'm going to be ordering more of those, and I should have those next week. And I can ship it with all your other stuff. What stabilizer do we use? What stabilizer do we use for what? I need more information, please. And oh, the pillow. So let's finish up. Let's talk about Digital Dealer, because Digital Dealer will continue on through December. We have started cutting Digital Dealer for 2026 because last year was so it's very stressful for me when I can't get you your stuff. I'm like thinking about it all the time, and it keeps me up at night, and my stomach goes when I go check for my shipping and it's not there. So, because a lot of times we do our kits, we want to get everything out, we put everything up, we pick everything, and then we do our ordering accordingly, and then we're waiting. If you're waiting for Boo Manor, we're waiting for one fabric that should be here. I think hopefully today or tomorrow. Still waiting for fabric kits and more designs, but I'm gonna have the fabric kits. So the 2026, I had written a note to the people doing Comfort and Joy because I'm debating whether I put the kits up so that you can do those as your event order if you want. I figured out the cost and I'm like, I'm worried that it's not right. That's why I was like, I wrote this whole email to send to you, and then I didn't send it because I worked it out, and it looks like for Digital Dealer 2026, which is going to be a Christmas themed quilt that will finish at the end of the year. That's adorable. The fabric's so cute. It looks like it'll be about $55 without the backing, and about $75 with the backing. So I was thinking about putting that up. So if you wanted to use that, your event orders. Patrick's always talking about how we can't keep doing this, how we have to scale, I think most stores do. The event order is during the event, is what most stores do. I always do it when when the event kit comes in, and that way I can send your stuff with it. I wrote in your event letter that the event orders starting September 12th, because it's too hard for me to go back and do stuff and do all of this. It really is. It is a lot of work for me.
One order.
It needs to be one order.
That's how it is at this point, because it's too difficult to go back and look. Like I said, when it was 20 people, it was fine. When it's 200 plus people, it doesn't work.
It gets really hard for me.
And it's too difficult because she's involved with all of it. So,
your event
kits are not in event orders, but the
yeah, they are.
the event kit doesn't count.
No. Event.
So,
what doesn't count, and you have a detailed. If you are doing the event from us, I sent you a very detailed event letter that tells you what counts and what doesn't count. Pre-orders do not count.
And you probably can't show the fabrics for 26 yet.
No, pre-orders do count. But the event, your order starts from now, from September. I put September 12th to October 12th. That gives you a lot of time, and you don't have to do it right now.
One order,
and say event order.
Right, but no, we're not talking about 6
You get
orders.
one order.
You get one order.
You get one event order. It's the only
way it scales. It's just too much.
Yeah.
So,
let's talk about class discounts, because I have some people who are like, I want to use class discount. I want to use class discount. Class discounts are for paid classes, so they're not for the sew-alongs. I mean, the sew-alongs are already your free provided class, so you're getting a lot of free content. A lot of the stuff is already marked down, but class discounts are for paid classes. And we usually do a 15% class discount, a one-time class discount. So if you're in a class, you can, if you signed up for Michelle's Can Do class, you can say class discount. And what it's really
supposed to be is for the stuff from the class.
But I just do whatever you do for that class discount order.
Jeannie doesn't like making money.
No, but what's confusing for me, it gets really, really confusing
It's super
when you're
confusing.
like, yes, stuff can be confusing. So you need to write in their class discount on your thing and which class it is that you're taking. You get one class discount
And there
for
are
that
no discounts
for that
on
paid class.
kits.
No discounts. And so much stuff is already discounted. So I was looking, somebody had put something about a class discount, and it was not really, but it's like most of the stuff was already discounted. So what else? Is there anything else? So if you are doing Comfort and Joy, and if you want to wait and you're thinking about doing Digital Dealer 2026, I will get that kit up and running. I just want to check the price and just make sure I didn't mess it
Did
up.
you move where the spreadsheets were?
No, spreadsheets are still up with each
On the
sew along
page.
Yeah, there's a sew along tab. Please show us the fabrics for. Can I show you?
Probably not.
I don't know if I can show you that. Yeah, I was like,
and is it possible
think
to
I can
do
show
just
you that
one
yet.
block from the mystery quilt?
It's all Christmassy fabric. It's Christmas fabric.
And is it possible to do
Yeah, all
just
of
one
these.
block?
Yeah, when I show it, you can go, oh my God, I love that. I love that embroidery. I'm going to put that embroidery on a T-shirt
So
instead.
Miss Bogey asked about that.
Yeah,
Miss Bogert.
you can absolutely just buy one design. You are not committed to buying. When you buy the whole year, I think the whole year is actually 13 designs. It's 12 designs. They give you one free design. What I loved about Wallflower is they included the background quilting, and you know the background quilting's not cheap. So
Marlene's saying that they're not in files anymore.
what's not in files? What? It should be like when you click on each one, when you go to our,
There's like a link.
there is a Sew Alongs video page. So if I go to Hopping Down the Bunny Trail, there is a link there that says handy spreadsheet. Not everything has a spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet girl. I make spreadsheets. So if it's something like Life is Short, then there might be a supply list.
And then,
Yeah, so-
are you doing fabric kits for Haunted Village? I'm just trying to pull
Yes,
stuff out before I go.
Haunted Village,
All
and
right, bye. I gotta get
so
going.
Haunted Village. Are the kits done for that, Lori? I don't. Are you sure? I think they are. It was the cross weave, the two pretty oranges, the purples, the bridge. So that one is done. And there is also a fabric kit for the Christmas bridge, but we haven't put that up because I don't know what you guys got, but there was no fabric measurements for that. So I was going to stitch that out and then put that out there. So there are fabric kits for all of that. We got all the fabric. It just hasn't come up. And it's a November design. November. So where do you go for spreadsheets? Do I know how to do a, hey Patrick? I don't know how to, maybe when Patrick comes back, I'll show you where to find it. But if you go to our website and you click on Sew Alongs videos, which was one of the top tabs, Graydon after each sew along adds the project, and then she puts the supply list, and she puts the spreadsheet if there is a spreadsheet. So she puts whatever information, and then there'll be a link to the video. And I love it because people haven't been emailing me. That was taking a lot of time for me to find everything, email you everything. So now everything's on the website. And you know, you can always just go to YouTube to find the videos. Updates, Haunted Village Bridge. When you say updates, what update are you want updates on your design? I'm waiting for all this stuff. Don't forget, if you don't feel like waiting, you can always email me or just purchase the digital download, and I check periodically. It might be that night, but if you want something instantly and you purchase it online, call the store, and that way I know that you did it, and I'll just do it right away. There's 3 of us that can do it. So if you ever want something right away, do your purchase and just call the store. I'd love to get it to you as soon as you do the purchase. Can I purchase? Yes, you can do that. KB will doing. Oh! So Karen is here. Karen, come sit down with me. Here comes Karen. Most of the time, all you see are these. So I don't even know if you know what Karen looks like. Here, this is Miss Karen Bowl.
Hi. Oops.
And Karen just walked in with these. Did we put a date up for this yet?
No, I am not.
Okay. So cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Are these so cute? So these are going to be the Boo. This Harlequin fabric is just the cutest. Is that not?
Mm-hmm.
So, B-O. Wait, am I doing this right? Yeah. And the dimension, do I have to go this way?
Where am I at?
Yeah, Obi.
Is this just adorable? Are you going, I wasn't going to do it, and now that I see it, I'm going to.
On the web.
So she used glow. Oh, I didn't even put that up.
Yeah.
I got tired. So glow in the dark. These are the threads that you're going to be using. Some of you might get tamarack. I talked to you about that, which is going to be one of the other greens in here, but it's going to be so cute. And I know this looks like rickrack, but it is just I think that's the mulberry thread or the violet thread. I can't remember. Is this cute?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's
And
so
then this
adorable.
This is with black thread on the web.
Oh, you did 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so she did 2. Because why do 1 when you can do 2?
Right.
Karen and I always laugh so much. And then she did black thread. If you want something that's a little more subtle, do you see that? Where it's going to look like just the quilting.
Just the eyes glow.
So adorable. Because did you have enough to do 2 in your kit?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the kit is enough. What is some of you got a deal.
Yeah.
Because I accidentally put it up for $9.99 and I was like, that's like less than my cost. So, and then it's up at it's $14.99. But you have enough to do 2. So that's a steal of a deal. So get that order. So cute. And then, did we put this up?
No, that's not
Okay,
up yet.
we haven't put it up yet, but we'll put it up soon. Kits are ready to go. Thread kits aren't ready to go. It'll probably be like the 1st or 2nd week of October. I know. But it'll be in time for you to hang it up.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Time for Halloween.
Okay, Karen is here today. She is going to be doing this pillow. We're going to go because it's 10:13 and I have to get her ready. Although I set up all the cameras.
Yay.
And get ready to stitch. And then Karen's going to be doing this too. So
Yeah.
All right. Did I answer all your questions? Have a great day. Be creative. Make something awesome. I'm getting you your stuff as soon as I can. If you're okay with thread substitution and I can get stuff out a little bit faster, send me a note and